guys, it's Myleik of curlBOX, and I am at the home of Mrs. Lois Reed Hines of Tropic Isle Living. I came all the way to St. Ann's Bay, Jamaica, to get the scoop on not only these products, but the infamous Jamaican Black Castor Oil that I've just haven't stopped hearing about. Thank you so much for having me in your home. I had breakfast this morning. I had my first ackee and saltfish.
That's right.
I did. I had my first, is it Star apple. So I'm just happy to be here. It's lovely, 80 degrees. We're sitting out on the patio. Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for making the journey.
Oh gosh.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, this is not a bad work day, you guys. So I'm gonna get right into it. You just celebrated 25 years in business.
That's correct.
And that is just a really long time. Take me through sort of like how you started this with your late husband. First product, what were we doing?
Okay, so what were I doing? Well, Michael and I used to work at this place called Sundial Herb and Herbal Products International. And the Brother Hassan was one of a person that kind of reconnected us back to our roots and culture in Jamaica. Because when you move to, from Jamaica to the United States, there were hardly any products that you could find that you'd absolutely just say love and really could appreciate because you're used to certain things back home.
Right.
So what Brother Rashan did, he instilled in both myself, at the time, Michael was known as Makalani,
Okay.
the entrepreneurship.
Okay.
So at the time we were doing fish. And when Michael found out that the fish was tilapia and farm raised, he decided, oh, heck no. So we walked away from a business that was almost netting $1 million because of our conviction. Absolutely.
Wow.
Yes. You see, you have to live the life and you
Yes.
have to speak and stand in your own truth.
Right.
So then Michael asked Brother Rashan, what can I do? And he said, Makalani, do the Jamaican castor oil, man. Do the Jamaican castor oil. So Michael and I decided, okay, we're going to take this leap of faith.
Okay.
And then, so I went to Jamaica, and us Jamaicans, we purchased 1 gallon and we started.
Okay.
I put the 1 gallon in a suitcase, and then the Jamaican castor oil at the time was born. But Michael wanted to make sure that what was the difference between castor oil out there and Jamaican castor oil.
Yes.
So he went back to Brother Rashan, our mentor, and said, Baba, fondly known as Baba,
Yes.
What can we just make it so people know what is the difference? Because they're going to ask us about the color and so forth and so on. So the two of them sat down and decided, I'll never forget it, because they were in the front storefront. And Baba said, Makalani, we should call it, Jamaican Black Castor Oil.
So you guys named it.
That is correct.
So when you see it, it started here 25 years ago. Jamaican Black Castor
We
Oil.
put the black
Put the
in
black.
Yes, we did. And it was, at the time, you just don't know,
Right.
What the journey was going to be like.
Right.
But we just had faith,
Yes.
we just had faith.
So you come back with your gallon of Jamaican, now black castor oil, and how long did it take for you to sell?
We had many doors closed in our face, but we never ever gave up.
Okay.
We really didn't. We persevered. At some point, Michael's like, boy, Loy, even though people call me Lois in the United States, sometimes I feel like giving up. I said, baby, we can't give up. I understand, but in Jamaica, we say nothing beats a trial but a failure.
Yes.
And, 3 o'clock that morning, I said, if you don't want to do it, then I will do it. And he said, you know what, I'm going to push on. And that's what, we were a team.
Right.
When he felt weak, I felt strong. When
Okay.
he felt strong, I felt weak. And we pushed each other. So Jamaican Black Castor Oil was almost not to be.
Oh, wow.
But Cece, faith always steps in, and I always believe in my Creator.
Yes.
And so we persevered, doors shut and all, and then we started really in the health food industry.
Okay.
All of a sudden, this beautiful young lady, Valerie Bramang in Canada, Hairlista and Hairlicious,
Okay.
remembered her roots and culture because her grandmother is from Jamaica.
Okay.
And she was having hair issues and she started using it, and it worked out for her amazingly. And she started having people, responding to her blogs. At the time, social media was just starting.
Okay.
And girl,
Crazy.
Wow. Let me tell you what happened.
What happened?
This woman, I remember getting a call, and this woman is like from California, and she said, I'm like, how do you get my number? Because it was on the bottle. She said, lady, do you understand what is happening? I said, no, I don't. I said, what is happening? She said, go on social media. And I was like, oh crap. Michael and I was in our kitchen. That was, I think, in Georgia at the time. We moved to Georgia. And we had no idea.
Okay. No idea.
No idea. And I remembered somebody saying to me, what is for you is for you.
Yes.
Nobody can take that away from you.
Right.
Not a soul.
So
And it just started
the
growing.
growing like crazy.
Like crazy.
So tell me, and of course, I got some Jamaican Black Castor Oil for you. What are the benefits of Jamaican Black Castor Oil? What can our subscribers look forward to when using this, and best uses? Are they mixing it in, pouring directly? Tell me how you recommend we use this.
So when we started out first, and I'm going to tell this story. When we started out first in the healthcare industry and health food industry, we named it the all-purpose healing oil.
Okay.
But, with the FDA, we couldn't name it like that. We couldn't claim it. But in Jamaica, it's known as the all-purpose healing oil.
Okay.
So mainly in Jamaica, yes, while we use it for here,
Yes.
we also use it for breast health. Okay.
Breast health.
Yes, absolutely. Just
Okay.
as, you clean your skin, so forth and so on, you have breast health and you have other issues, right? So what we do, you put it every other night on your breast. It helps to prevent, in Jamaica, this is what we do,
Okay.
breast cysts or any cysts like that is happening, or so
Okay.
forth and so on. It does get rid of it. And I've done this because I had breast cysts.
Okay.
And I have done this with my castor oil pack and my baking soda.
Okay.
You can also use it to stop cuts, bleeding, when they're bleeding. Yes, you can.
wow.
You can prove that theory. I promise you, it does work.
I cut myself in the kitchen often, so I'm
Right.
gonna keep some there.
Right there.
Okay.
You can use it as a poultice for boils or any bruises for anybody who has skin problems like eczema, psoriasis. Trust me, girl, it works. And that's why we coined it, the all-purpose healing oil.
Okay.
Of course, it's excellent for hair and restoring your edges
Okay.
from traction alopecia.
Traction, okay.
Right. And the reason why it works so well is because it removes the toxins out of your scalp. Because a lot of people may or may not know that your skin is also your scalp.
Right.
The
Right.
skin is the largest eliminator, as well as it absorbs nutrients. So
Right.
this is the reason why the Jamaican castor oil works so well. But it's also a carrier oil. Now, what does that mean? Say you have a lovely product that you really like, and you liked it to moisturizing your hair. You can add it
Okay.
to your favorite hair care product, and what it does, it seals it in.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
So that's why Jamaican Black Castor Oil is so potent on so many levels.
Yes.
When my babies were born, and if their umbilical cord was, mothers will understand that, was not healing quite properly, you can put it on there.
Wow.
Yeah, it has so many usage.
That's amazing.
Yeah, aches and pains, arthritis, you name it. But obviously we can't really claim that. I can just tell you, traditionally, this is what we use it for.
This is what
yes,
you use it
as well
for.
as a laxative. But I tell people to stay away from me because
The
I don't want to get them. No, girl, I don't want to give them the runs.
Don't. You didn't hear that here.
Didn't hear that here.
Yes.
Strike
Yes.
that out. Okay.
Yes. So I want to talk about this Strong Roots line that we are having in this box. Red Pimento, Jamaican Black Castor Oil. Tell me about this line, what you love about it and what you think. And I don't know what Red Pimento does.
So this was this was Michael's pet peeve. Michael was such an avid researcher.
Okay.
And he would find ingredients in the most interesting ways through history.
Okay.
So he was researching jerk pork and the ingredients of jerk pork and why the slaves, did so well, and red pimento came up.
Oh, wow.
But not only that, at the time I was 35 years old and I was having hormonal issues due to my premenopausal state.
Okay.
And I'm like, I'm getting bald. This is not a good look.
Yes.
Anyway, so he said, you know what, I'm coming out with a formula, and he told me what it was, red pimento. So I said, okay. And I said, what are you going to be doing it? What you going to be using it with? And he came up with a formula of coconut oil,
Okay.
red pimento, which acts as like a tea tree oil. So red pimento, why this line is so potent? It's because when paired with the Jamaican Black Castor Oil, the coconut oil, and the pimento oil, the pimento acts as like a catalyst
Yes.
for circulation.
Oh.
So when the body is circulating properly, obviously you're in optimal health.
Right.
And then the castor oil itself is like a detoxifier.
Right.
And then the coconut add the nutrients. So with all the ingredients that we put together,
Yes.
there is a method to the madness.
There's a method.
There's a method to the madness.
Okay.
So circulation has to happen.
Right.
It's like feeding the plant and fertilizing it.
Right.
So think of circulation as a fertilizer.
Right.
Okay. And then you have the Jamaican Black Castor Oil that kind of detoxifies
Right.
and helps to add to that.
Right.
Okay. And then you have coconut, the all perfect food.
Yeah, period. Yes.
Okay.
Right.
So that's the reason why. So all of our formulas, they don't just come out of thin air.
I love it.
There is a method to
There's
the
a
madness.
method to the madness.
Absolutely.
And we also, even a friend was telling me that the Jamaican Black Castor Oil can be used for brows,
Yes.
lashes,
Growing back. and-
nails, growing. So
Yeah.
that's amazing. So you are now, your husband Michael passed away just 7 months ago.
7 months ago.
7 months ago. And when I
Yes.
met with you in your office maybe 2 months ago, and I remember I sat down and you and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. But you just had this peace, this sort of aura around you. And so now you guys were doing this together.
Yes.
And now this is your full-on baby.
Yes.
So sort of talk me through like what your plans, how you and Michael, because Michael had
He had brain cancer.
Brain
he had
cancer.
a glioblastoma. And we would have been married 25 years.
Wow. So
for
the
year.
length of this brand, 25
Yes.
years.
And I've known him since I was 16.
16.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, at the time when you meet your significant other, you have no idea
Yes.
what your life is going to be like.
Right.
But you know, what I can tell people, enjoy the journey.
Enjoy the journey.
Nothing is ever a problem but an obstacle to get over.
Right.
And I tell you, you know, I met him at 22. We started, you know, Tropic Isle Living. It was his brainchild.
Okay.
And he got me on board. And I can tell you, my husband groomed me.
Did he?
He raised me.
Wow.
He was my brother, my mentor, my rock, my partner. It was beautiful. Now, I'm going to tell you, yes, we had some rough times.
Sure.
But when I looked at the totality of our life, and I'm sitting here in this amazing scene, enjoying the vibes of Jamaica, I feel close to him because he's not truly dead, you see.
Yes.
He's just at another place,
Right.
in existing in another
Yeah.
realm. But Michael Hines, he helped me to understand that you can smile in the rain.
Wow. I love that.
You can laugh in the rain.
Yes.
And you can enjoy everything, even though bad things are happening around you, or perceived bad things are happening around you.
Yeah.
So when he was diagnosed with brain cancer, I said, honey, they tell me that it's, at the time, I cried when they told me.
Right.
And then I said, you know, baby, this is it. They told me 3 months. And then I said, if we did chemo and radiation, and he's a staunch naturalist.
Okay.
So I thought he wasn't going to do that.
Okay.
I said, well, I saw it go. He never cried once. Never cried.
Okay.
So he decided to go chemo and radiation because he wanted more time with us, but now I know why. it was to prepare myself and the children
Yes.
for a 2-year absolutely amazing journey. I know people won't understand that.
Okay.
But he stayed long enough
Okay.
to make sure that we were okay.
Wow.
And if you guys get to live, see, I have goosebumps.
Yes.
The life that I've lived with this man, it was truly amazing.
Yes.
You know, when you really support your spouse and they support you,
Yeah.
it's a magical thing.
Yes.
It really is. See, I'm almost going to be teary, but you know, the journey was good.
Yeah. When you said this was his brainchild, but when he got you on board, were there ever moments where you were just like, I'm not doing this?
Listen to me, girl. It took a while, honey.
Because I think we all have significant, you know, your partner comes home, your boyfriend, your husband comes home, and it's like, I got this great idea. It's like, if there's another great idea, I don't think so.
Oh, girl, let me tell you. But you know what he said? And I tell people all the time, there can only be one leader, but there's a bunch of, I wouldn't say followers, but dream makers, I call it.
Okay.
Not followers, but dream makers.
Yes.
Because my team are a part of the dream.
Right.
And Michael said to me, you know, I wanted to help women. I was doing psychology. I wanted to have, you know, to have my PhD. He said, Laura, you're so good at what you do. Mm-hmm. You know, you are the walking billboard. And I'm like, me? I don't think so.
Right.
He said, find your dream in my dream.
Oh.
He said, you're doing it already, because I was such an advocate for women, and I still am.
Yeah.
He taught me to see things in a different light.
Right.
So providing hair care products for women who may not feel that, you know, their crown and glory is good enough,
Yes.
or their natural state of being is good enough.
Yeah.
I'm here to tell them, stand in your own truth.
Right.
Be bold, be beautiful, be absolutely you.
That's amazing.
That's what my husband taught me.
Wow. So we have friends and fans all over, and where can they find Tropic Isle Living Jamaican Black Castor Oil products?
Okay, so Amazon, everybody goes to
Amazon, Queen of
Okay,
Amazon.
Queen of Amazon, myself
Yes.
too, okay? So Amazon, there is Bed Bath & Beyond
Bed Bath
in
and
New York.
Beyond. Yep.
CVS.
CVS.
Okay. There is also Ricky's, which is in New York.
Yep. I love Ricky's.
Local, any of your local beauty aid
Okay.
stores, as well as some health food stores
Oh,
all
yes.
over the country.
Lots of health food stores.
Lots of health food stores. We just had an account also with Walmart.com.
Walmart.com.
Right. So, you know, we're stretching our feelers, because what people should really understand too is Jamaican Black Castor Oil, it's not, you know, Jamaica can't produce as many Jamaican Black Castor Oil as people think.
Oh, that's the thing I was going to ask you.
Yes.
Is that there's a lot of JBCO.
Right.
Okay, but
And I can tell you there's 2 companies that I know for sure
okay.
carries the real deal.
Carry the real deal.
Myself
Okay.
and another one which will not.
Yes.
We will not say.
Yeah, so that has the real deal. So do we not know what they're calling it? Like,
Some people say it's Jamaican Black Castor Oil because they make it like how the Jamaican make it. That's not true,
Okay.
because it's made out of the country.
Okay.
This is my take on Jamaican Black Castor Oil. Jamaican Black Castor Oil has to come from Jamaica.
it has to.
Absolutely. The soil is
Okay.
different. It's well crafted, and it has to be made the Jamaican way.
Okay.
So it has to be from the island of Jamaica.
Yeah.
That's one.
That's one.
Okay, and it has to be made the Jamaican way, which is you parch it, you boil it, and then you strain it off, and it's a tedious process.
Okay, so that's what the actual what makes something Jamaican Black Castor Oil. It has to be done here,
It has to be grown in Jamaica.
grown in Jamaica.
Because the soil in Jamaica, if anybody comes to Jamaica and tastes the food,
Yes.
like I don't, like my lettuce and my tomato, I do not put any sort of dressing on it.
you don't need it. Yeah, because
You understand me?
Right.
It's just it's a totally different atmosphere. The soil is amazing. The energy of Jamaica is absolutely amazing.
Yes.
So why would you name something that's not from Jamaica
Right.
Jamaican Black Castor Oil?
Because I think it's trend. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes that happens.
Yeah. And, you know, and while I can understand, because it's a good product, why people would
Yeah.
go that route. I just say, do your research.
Do your research.
Do your research.
Oh, wow.
Okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
do
think
your
I love
research.
that. Well, thank you so much for having me in your home. This lovely, lovely breakfast. And then we are going to go show me around some fabulous things in Jamaica. So thanks, guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes.
You're so sweet.
Mwah. Sweet. Sweet.